Now we're going to check out these mirrors on the drive today, and I can't wait to see how they perform. It is raining 2023 Ram 2500s out here in Maryland. I got another review for you guys, super excited. I did one on a night edition, and this one's going to be a sport appearance, and I'm really excited to show you just around this truck because this truck is not in ship mode, so it's ready to go. Special shout out to Criswell, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram here in Thurmont, Maryland, for allowing me to do this video. And if you are in the market, they do have some trucks here, so be sure to check them out on their website, which will be in the description below.
This is going to be the window sticker for the truck we're going to be reviewing. And as I mentioned, it's going to be a 23 Ram 2500 Laramie crew cab with four-wheel drive. And then this is the base price for that too. And this is going to be a short listing for the standard equipment. Starting off the options is the Patriot Blue. It is a pro paint, so you do pay a little bit extra for that. Bucket seats are right there, and then cold weather group, and then sport appearance is listed right here. And that sport performance hood does come available with that too. Off-road package, this is going to give you the Bilstein shocks, and then Laramie level 1 equipment group is $3,200. They did, however, add LED headlights and fog lights to this package now. So just keep that in mind. So if you are building this truck, those are not standard anymore. Anti-spin rear axle is $495. The Cummins diesel did go up a little bit in price, $96.95. And then here's a few other things. Be sure to pause to see more. And then destination charge came in at $18.95 with a total price of $87,720.
For 2023, as you guys just saw, LED headlights and fog lights are now an option. In the past, the Laramie came standard with them. I don't know why they did that. I didn't harp on it too much on the last video, but I was very surprised to see that. It could be for the fact that maybe there's a supplier issue and that was a way to kind of help with that, maybe. But something that they did change, and I'm going to do another video on a Laramie. I just won't make it as long as this one. They do make bumpers down below standard painted. So I like that because if you get a chrome bumper, which is $95, you get the painted grill with it, and it looks so good. And I cannot wait to show you guys the truck. But nevertheless, the sport appearance does give you this paint grill surround too. And as I just mentioned, that bumper down below is going to be standard. Parking sensors, tow hooks, all that stuff pretty much comes available with this truck. And because it has a sport appearance, you do have the sport performance hood. I am going to drive this truck today, so we're not going to take too much time out, but I just wanted to show you guys how it looks inside the truck because you can actually see the hump now. And this hood really does look aggressive. Looks really good. This one has that off-road package, so it's going to have the Bilstein shocks. And I believe that these are heat extractors. I will pop the hood to show you guys, but the front of it is not functional. It's just blocked off with a piece of plastic. I think you could take that piece of plastic off and allow air to go through, but it may not do much of anything. But stepping off to the side, you do get the 20-inch wheels too with that sport appearance package too. They're wrapped in a Firestone tire, 3,640 pounds of capacity. It's gonna be a 285/60/20 tire size, solid front axle. And here's just a better look at the emblems here on the hood. New mirrors for 2023. I won't spend too much time on these on this video, but you're gonna have heated top and bottom glass, and you have a spotlight for backing up your trailer. You also have spotlights on the front too now, which is new. Painted door handles, smart key system. This one does have a fixed chrome running board. And I don't mind the chrome on these mirrors. I think it looks a lot nicer than just having them all blacked out with that plastic. Clearance lights was optional on this truck right there. And this one has the ram boxes. Now keep in mind, the ram boxes are going to take about 115 pounds, 120 pounds, I can't remember exactly, of capacity away from you. So if you do get this and you need payload, you may have to skip this option. Of course, if you add stuff to them, you're going to lose more capacity, right? But they are nice to have. Most of the guys I know with these would never buy a ram without them again. $31-gallon fuel tank. Coil springs out back, and as I mentioned, this one does have that off-road package, so it's going to give you the Bilsteins, and those actually should help with the ride too. And here's the back. This Patriot Blue looks great with painted bumpers. Class 5 receiving hitch. You have a 4 and 7 pin right there, backup camera, and LED light down below. And you do lose a little bit of width when you get the Ram boxes too, so that might be something else you have to consider. Now I have noticed that a few trucks have not had the high mount LED with the camera for the bed. Actually, let's turn these off. And I'm not sure why. Maybe there's an issue with that too. LED tail lights, parking sensors down below, and then here's the other side for the Ram boxes. Now on this side, they do not provide a power plug, but only on the driver's side they do. And that's kind of the same thing that they do when you don't get the Ram boxes. They have the plug right next to the fifth wheel prep package plugs. And here's just a better view of that paint in the shade. Looks really good. Now as far as this hood goes, I believe that these 4 like little slots are going to be used for the heat extractors. And when we drive the truck and get back, I'll be able to put my hand next to the vents to see if heat's like kind of coming out. But nevertheless, this hood is really nice. It's going to be aluminum. It feels light just like the standard hood. And let's go ahead and drive this truck, guys. We'll go over the interior here and there. But this one does not have the digital gauge cluster. If you would like to see that, I did a limited Longhorn video and I went into detail of that, and I will put that video at the end of this one. And yeah, let's go ahead and just check out how the truck drives with the Bilsteins, and let's check out the height of that new performance hood. Alrighty, so I hope you guys can kind of see the hood there. The hood is definitely a little bit higher than what you're used to. Now the standard hood did have a small bulge in it, just like this one does, but it's not as high as this one. But yeah, we're gonna really test out some acceleration, and you know what, I'm gonna reset the fuel economy too. We'll just do a small MPG run. How's that sound? I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind seeing how this standard output Cummins performs, right? But yeah, we'll just reset trip 1, or trip 8 is what they call it. We'll just reset this, and then we'll get down the road here. Alrighty, so let's talk about mirrors. These mirrors are the best in the business, guys. They really are. They're actually a little bit better than what I remember them to be in my truck. And a lot of the reasons why they're better than the competition is because you can control the convex and adjust it on both sides on the fly. Super easy to do. And they're both heated too. I don't ever recall seeing both mirrors being heated, and so I do like that. Also, if you want to adjust them out, super easy to do. In the past you were not able to do that. So yeah, I give Ram the kudos there. Huge upgrade. And I can actually tell there's a little bit of a difference. You do have to adjust the mirrors if you do put them in tow mode though. Just a little bit. And that's a good thing, because that goes to show you that there's actually a difference made when you push them out. With the off-road suspension this truck has, this truck rides great. Love, love, love this pickup. Now something that I'm not gonna show you obviously in this video is the digital gauge cluster. I don't like the digital gauge cluster, guys. Like, they messed up the gauges. There was a gauge summary when everything was on the same page. Now you have to go through 2 different pages. Now they did clean up a few other things I saw, and I'll go over it in other videos. I kind of forgot what it was. Actually, I know what it was. It was the boost gauge, it was the exhaust brake gauge, and the diesel particulate filter gauge, just all on the same page. I did like that. I don't really care for the gauge summary anymore. It looks better on this truck, which I'll show you guys here. But overall, I mean, this truck is super comfortable. The off-road suspension's amazing, and it's just a really good pickup, guys. Like, quiet inside the interior. The coil springs ride really well, and yeah, I think that if you need a pickup truck that you need to tow maybe 10,000 pounds with occasionally throughout the year, this is the perfect option here. Now that I've owned a GM truck for as long as I have, these seats are definitely more comfortable in terms of softness. They're not as soft as Ford's, but they're bigger seats, I feel, and I feel like they hug you a little bit better. I'm not a big guy, so naturally, like, I can feel the, you know, the side bolsters of the seat. And visibility has always been great in these trucks, in my opinion. This is a smaller cab. I mentioned this in another video. It feels homey in here. Like, even though this is a small cab, I find that it feels homey. And I mean, just everything's laid out well. Like, you can't deny Ram's interior. Like, this interior is well thought out. Someone should have gotten a pay raise for introducing this interior. So we're gonna go ahead and do a acceleration test real quickly. The truck is nice and warmed up, and then we will check back in on fuel economy. All right, here we go. Wow. So 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque comes out of that Cummins. The 68 RFE, guys, is super smooth. It puts the power down substantially great. And I love driving these trucks. It's a windy day today, but it's not too bad. If you look at the current MPG right there, it's showing I'm getting about 24 miles a gallon, doing about 70 miles an hour. Actually, I'm going up a hill now. But yeah, the acceleration in this truck is amazing. But what's even more amazing is this. So we're gonna turn this on full exhaust brake. I probably shouldn't do this because this is what's gonna make me buy another Ram real fast. Now, I have figured out my exhaust brake in my GM, but it takes more effort. I have to actually manually shift it to get those downshifts like I want them. But look, you hear that? I don't have to do anything in this truck. It just comes on and slows it down. And if I were to put it in tow haul mode, it'd be even stronger, which I'm gonna do right now, actually. Tow haul is right there. So I have the foot tapping the brakes a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. That's a beast. You cannot deny it. This is the truck of the year all the time for exhaust brake. No one can touch it. No one can touch it. This is the best. And that's coming from a GM owner now. I'm not a fanboy yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Overall, this is one of the better trucks. They have a problem that they haven't fixed yet, and I'm going to talk about it here in a second. Most of you guys know what it is. But it's the only thing that's holding this truck back to being a great contender in the 3/4 ton market. On the highway, I didn't mention it, but I didn't notice the hood. I probably would like to try a white truck maybe next time I drive, just to see. But I don't really recall the hood, you know, getting in my way or, you know, kind of being in my line of sight. But you can definitely tell the hood is a little bit taller. And I think it looks great. I think it's a nice design. And it doesn't take away from the pickup, which is, you know, always a plus, right? Alrighty, so here are the numbers for this particular truck. It's gonna have a gross axle weight rating up front at 6,000 pounds. The rear is gonna be 6,040. It's gonna have a 10,000 pound GVWR. And all in, this truck does have a slightly lower payload capacity than the limited Longhorn that I did, because as I mentioned, those Ram boxes are gonna eat up at your payload. But what I was saying in the truck when I was driving was, Ram has not increased that 10,000 pound GVWR. So if they were to raise that by maybe 800 pounds, this would give it more than enough capacity to maybe tow a really small fifth wheel with a 10,000 pound GVWR or lower, depending on how you add your cargo, your passengers, things like that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to check out Criswell Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram here in Thurmont, Maryland. And what I'll do is, I did not really show you guys a 12-inch display, but I'm going to do another video on this truck with a black one, and that one's going to have a chrome lower bumper with the painted grille, which I cannot wait to show you guys. But yeah, be sure to look out for the video, and I'll see you guys soon.